ഹായ് നമസ്കാരം വെൽക്കം ടു എലിസ്റ്റ മീഡിയ. ഇന്ന് ഞാനൊരു അടിപൊളി സെഗ്മെന്റുമായിട്ടാണ് വന്നേക്കുന്നത്. മൈ നെയിം ഇസ് ഷാമി ആൻഡ് ഐ എം ഫ്രം ബോസ്റ്റൺ. സോ ഇന്നത്തെ സെഗ്മെന്റ് ഈസ് അബൌട്ട് എ പാജന്റ്. ഈ ഒരു പാജന്റ് എന്നൊക്കെ കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ ഓടിയെത്തുന്നത് ഗൗണൊക്കെ ഇട്ട് സുന്ദരികളായ സ്ത്രീകൾ, റാം വാക്ക്, ഇതൊക്കെയല്ലേ വരുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ നോർത്ത് അമേരിക്കയിൽ ഒരു വ്യത്യസ്തമായ പാജന്റ് നടന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറവും ഫ്ലവേഴ്സ് ടിവിയും സംയുക്തമായി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച ഒരു എക്സ്ക്ലൂസീവ്ലി ഓൺലൈനായിട്ട് നടത്തിയ പാജന്റ് ആയിരുന്നു മയൂഖം 2021. So this pageant was not just about the physical appearance. There were like more factors to it, and they were considering like all aspects of women. And the registration was open to all women over the age of 18 years, and also due to the COVID restrictions, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ ഇതെല്ലാം ഓൺലൈൻ ആയിട്ടായിരുന്നു നടത്തിയിരുന്നത്. Even the grand finale was done online, and there were close to about 100 plus participants from different regions. After the initial regional rounds, 31 contestants made it to the semi-finals, and film actress Mia was the chief guest for the semi-final round. And after that, 15 contestants made to the grand finale, and Ranjini Haridas and Prayaga Martin ആയിരുന്നു അതിൻ്റെ ചീഫ് ഗസ്റ്റുകൾ. ആൻഡ് സോ ഇന്ന് നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഈ മയൂഖം 2021 വിജയികളായ 3 മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഉണ്ട്. മയൂഖം ക്വീൻ ലളിത രാമമൂർത്തി, ഫസ്റ്റ് റണ്ണർ അപ്പ് നാസ്മി ഹാസിം, ആൻഡ് സെക്കൻഡ് റണ്ണർ അപ്പ് സ്വീറ്റ മാത്യു. നമസ്കാരം. മയൂഖം 2021 ദ ക്വീൻ ലളിത രാമമൂർത്തി ഇന്നിപ്പോ നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഉണ്ട്. ഹായ് ലളിത.
Hi Shami, namaskaram and very good evening.
Namaskaram. How are you today?
Fantastic. And how about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So Lalita, tell me, how do you feel being the queen, being the queen? Have you ever thought that you would come this far?
Very good question, Shami. Thank you so much for that question. Have I ever thought that I would come this far? Well, how about I would say that I wanted to come this far. So I think my onward journey was always in that, with that in mind. And I wanted to be a winner in all good spirits and in, bringing in all the positivity that I can. So I don't know if I should say that I knew that I would be there, but I definitely wanted to be there. So that.
So Lalita, how was your Mayookham journey? Was it like something that you expected?
Shami, I think that's a very good question and a very good lead. How was the Mayookham journey? Definitely very exciting. Absolutely challenging from the beginning. Was it expected? I don't know if I should be saying that I would expect to be a winner, but I wanted to be a winner. Let me put it.
Okay. And do you have any previous experience? Have you ever participated in any other beauty pageants before?
Actually, yes. And I did mention that during the time that the announcement was made too. I've actually been selected as the top 5 runner-ups for the Mrs. Michigan pageant.
Wow.
Michigan America. And I also was Miss Best Personality, Miss Social Media, and Best Talent within a Bollywood pageant competition.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, definitely this was very unique, very, very different from all of the others.
Yeah.
and probably one of the most enjoyable one that I have experienced in all the pageant competitions.
What were some of the challenges that you faced during this Mayookham journey?
Many challenges, because this was during a time that we were all homebound, right?
Yeah.
Everything was virtual. Needless to say, I'm sure we've all gone through that episode of, trying to fix our technology and be savvy with it and kind of be up and about with doing all the videos and putting all that together. As much as I enjoyed doing them, it was not easy. So that was probably one of the first things that FOMA has probably put us on our toes to keep up with the challenges that they gave us in each round. And I think I had even mentioned this during the time that I had the interview, that that particular day, Shami, in 25 years, I mean, we've done cooking all through in our house every single day, but that particular day, we had the pressure cooker had a kaboom.
Oh my God!
and the pressure went out flying, and it hit my head in the morning, and I'm functionally okay. I'm glad. Thank my stars. But that was probably one of the biggest challenges that I had.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it was all worth it. I think it was definitely worth every little bit that I had the challenges, because I think the only way you learn in life is when you come out of your comfort zone and you are put to challenge. And that's when you realize that you can do so much more than what you are already doing.
And Lalitha, what is that one thing that you want to achieve by this title or through this title?
Let me say that the first thing that I would like to probably advocate or share with people is that we have to stay healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, socially and spiritually, because being a health coach and a registered dietitian, that is probably one of the most important things that I would like to advocate. And be a good influencer in many ways that I can to women who are coming forward to participating in title like this. The moment you participate in pageant competitions, it's all about, at least in the earlier days, it was more about your stats, how you look, are you fitting into the right clothes, but in my opinion, if you're fitting into yourself and you're accepting yourself fully well, then that's probably the healthiest that you can see of you and the best that you can bring out of you. So that's probably one of the first things that I will prioritize in terms of advocating health and wellness.
Yeah.
The second thing that I would like to definitely propagate is I am stepping into a new journey of actually exploring the Hollywood cinema field and the Hollywood movies. So I do see myself in the entertainment space.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a long time bucket list to be that in that part of the world. Yeah. So with my performing arts background and with the identity that I have created for myself with all of the experience, I really am looking forward to getting some fantastic woman-oriented character films that you can probably get. And maybe, Mayookham can certainly lead me on to that a little bit more faster. So really looking forward to that.
Okay, that's good. And Lalitha, പറയൂ എന്തായിരുന്നു ലളിതയുടെ മനസ്സിൽ കൂടെ പോയത് before that announcement? Like, did you think that they were going to say your name? What was that, mind കൂടെ പോയത് എന്താണ്? What was in your mind at that time? Did you think that they were going to say your name or no? Like,
well, let me put it this way. I was very confident that I had given it my best, right? Yeah. On that particular day, it was, way far apart, like the far end of the day, right? It was almost 1 o'clock when they announced the results.
Yes.
1 a.m. That was the next day morning, 23rd morning.
Yeah.
And then my husband was watching upstairs and he's like listening to all these names scrolling out, and he's like, he was actually ready to come and kind of give me a pep talk, maybe thinking that I was not going to get the title or whatever. I mean, you know how it is. Everybody's nervous and they're biting their nails. And but somewhere down the road, I don't know, I had this in me from since morning that you've given it your best. You are the winner. And I don't know, maybe it was a sense of confidence or probably a sense of fulfillment that I had. And I do say that I think very positively of everything. So regardless of whether I would have won it or not, I've already thought that I gave it my best and I had a wonderful time all through the journey. So yeah, butterflies, several butterflies in my stomach at that point. It was quite taxing for those few minutes. And then when they said it, it was something else.
Okay. Like finale 15 contestants undarunnu. What do you think that made you different from the other 14 contestants and made you, bang that title? What was that one thing that you think made you different, like made you pick?
In my opinion, first of all, I should say every single contestant, all 16 of us, were handpicked, and we all had a unique identity to ourselves. I was definitely onward for a very tug-of-war, tough competition. That being said, I think the way I would see my victory or my bagging the title was the story that I gotten and the uniqueness that I had for my own story, right? Story undavumalo.
Yes.
And every single part of my story, Shami, had nothing put on to it. It was an absolute reflection of everything that I've done in life. Maybe the experiences that I have I have undergone, the challenges that I've undergone. So it was nothing to be put on, right? It was not an act or something. It was not something that I was fantasizing or something. ഇതൊക്കെ ശരിക്കുമുള്ള ജീവിതത്തിൽ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്ത കഥയായതുകൊണ്ട് it came out very seamlessly, and that probably was a good reflection, and maybe the judges were able to see that. And to a large extent, because it was a real story, my confidence came out very well too. Maybe that was some of the winning points, I would say.
Yeah. And also, did you have any discouragements from anyone? Like, ഇത് ചെയ്യണ്ട എന്നുള്ളതില് ഈ ബ്യൂട്ടി പാജന്റിൽ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണ്ട എന്നതിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡിസ്കറേജ്മെന്റ് എവിടുന്നേലും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
God, no. I mean, I should say I should be so thankful to the community, of course, to my family. If it were not my family, I wouldn't be here today. Every single person backed me up and supported me and cheered for me and rooted for me all the way through. There was absolutely no discouragement. And I think, Shami, to a great extent, if we have made our choice and if you are showing that with all confidence and passion, nobody can actually shake you out from there, is what my strong feeling is. So any negativity that comes along, I was only looking at it as a challenge. It only made me kind of say that I'm going to fight this harder if it's going to be a challenge for me. So no, but I should say my entire community has been extremely supportive, and my family and my loved ones have all been great supporters. So very thankful for that.
That's very nice. That's very nice to hear. And also, one thing that you want to share with the viewers.
One thing that I would like to share with the viewers is, first of all, thank you very much to all the viewers for having watched the show for the last almost a year. I think we started early April. It was a long journey, and it's almost the next April now. We're on to 2022. Thank you so much for being there to watch us, because your applause and your feedback is what keeps us going. I hope to be enjoying this journey of Mayookham at least for the next ongoing year, having won the title. And for everybody who wants to live their dreams, whether it's being pageantry, whether it's being living your dream in your own way of living your passions, don't ever put it away because somebody else told you that you cannot do it. Because every single individual who dreams can make it reality. So that's my message to all the viewers out there.
That's a very nice message. കണ്ടോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കൊക്കെ മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ അല്ലേ? നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു ഡ്രീം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് എത്ര ഇതാണേലും ആരൊക്കെ നമ്മുടെ എന്നാ പറയുന്നത് ചെയ്യണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും നിങ്ങൾ അത് ഡ്രീം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യുക തന്നെ വേണം. ആ ഒരു ഡിറ്റർമിനേഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, റൈറ്റ്?
Absolutely, Shami. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Every single person out there, whether it's a man or a woman, we all go through challenges. And kore angante, kashtangal undavum, and it's not easy. Life is a journey, and we all have our own part to play. Whether it's being a mother, whether it's being a father, whether it's a child. But if you have certain dreams, and don't ever think that it's too late. That's another thing. We are all cliched and we are all kind of boxed up sometimes, saying that, you're 30 or you're 40 or you're 50, you may not be able to do this. Age, in my opinion, is just a number. It's a misnomer. So never give account to that. And if you have the determination, the passion and the love for it, just
ലളിത, ഈ മയൂഖത്തിലാണേല് ഐ തിങ്ക് 3 റൗണ്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? അതിൽ ഏത് റൗണ്ട് ആയിരുന്നു ഏറ്റവും ചാലഞ്ചിങ് ആയിട്ട് തോന്നിയത്? ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ ഏത് റൗണ്ട് ആയിരുന്നു ഈസി? ആൻഡ് വിച്ച് വൺ ഡിഡ് യു എൻജോയ് ദ മോസ്റ്റ്?
Good question. Actually, it was almost like a box of chocolates. നമ്മള് വെറൈറ്റി ചോക്ലേറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ടാവുമ്പോൾ ഓരോന്ന് എടുക്കുമ്പോഴും വേറെ വേറെ ഒരു ടേസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ. റാസ്ബെറി ആൻഡ് ബ്ലൂബെറി ആൻഡ് ഡബിൾ ചോക്ലേറ്റ് അങ്ങനത്തെ. So that was a feeling. ഓരോരോ റൗണ്ടും when FOMA was actually announcing it to us, it was quite an episode, because അതിന്റെ കാര്യങ്ങളും അതിന്റെ പരിപാടിയും ഒക്കെ ശരിയാക്കി എടുത്ത്, it was not easy. First of all, every challenge, when the first time we saw it, was challenging to me. I mean, I would not lie. I would be lying if I said it was all easy. Everything was easy. There was a lot of thinking to be done. That being said, maybe a performing artist in the background ayathukonde, the Cleopatra round, and the one where you were talking about the festivity and oru country in the representation ചെയ്യണം എന്നൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ. ആ റൗണ്ട് I enjoyed the most, and I thought I kind of, I almost had a picture of every single thing I wanted to do in that round. And interestingly enough, I found out that FOMA is actually based it all out of Cleopatra. So there were many Cleopatras, of course. കുറേ അവിടെ ആൾക്കാർ നല്ല ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. But I had kind of totally pictured the whole scene in my mind. And I wanted to do the Sun Festival because എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ഇഷ്ടമായ ഉള്ള ഒരു ഫീച്ചർ ആണ് സണ്ണിന്റെ. ഐ എം എ ബിഗ് ഫാൻ ഓഫ് ദി സൺ ഗോഡ്. എന്റെ സണ്ണിന്റെ പേര്, സെക്കൻഡ് സണ്ണിന്റെ പേര് ആദിത്യ. സോ we love that name, and I believe a lot in the energy of sun. So that's why I wanted to do the Sun Festival, which was apt to come with the Egyptian theme and everything. So that was probably less challenging, I would say. The most challenging was the futuristic fashion. As much as I love to dress up or deck up and everything, if fashion in the karyam athronnu eniki, I'm not like very savvy about it. I really wanted to do some research and make some sense out of it, because I always thought that everybody, futuristic fashion ayalum nammal oru technology oriented, something which is more something about wearing like a space suit angante okke aayirikkum ana ende intention manasil. But then when I spoke to a very good friend of mine who's my stylist, Rula Amar, she was the one who actually kind of directed me to this, and I should be very thankful to her. So she was the one who actually talked about sustainable fashion, because if you look at the earth, the landfill that we have and the amount of pollution that we are creating in this earth, I think it's our accountability that we actually clean it up and get this place in the earth to a better place to be. So that has always been in the back of my mind. I believe a lot in sustainability. So that's when she suggested, let's do something with denims, That was quite challenging. And Pudikari was helping me out during the first few shoots. And in the last shoot, she was not available. So I had to do it all by myself. I had to carry 9 yards of fabric on me, walk the aisle through the entire, Chrysler Center from escalator with a suitcase in my hand. And believe me, Shami, it was not easy. So it was quite a challenge, but I'm glad I didn't trip and fall or anything. But that was 9 yards of fabric. I don't know if you remember, but it was all like drape of fabric that I put in. And it was jean material, right? You're talking about denim. Denim is the heaviest material that doesn't stay. So that was probably one of the toughest ones, but thanks to Rula, who really kind of pulled it off for me together. She had kind of put it all in my brain, and she had told me exactly what to do. So I owe her big time. I love her.
All right. Did you have any help? Somebody who was helping you with the videography, photography, editing? Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. My very good friend, Suman Raval from Prism Studios, who's locally here in Michigan. He has been my pillar of support all through for every single photography that was done.
Yeah.
Tejas Trivedi, actually, man, that man is something else. I mean, the amount of talent that he has in putting all of this together and kind of doing all the technology aspects and everything. I should probably give a part of my jewel from the crown to him too.
Yes, you should. Yeah.
So he definitely pulled it off very well, seamlessly done, and so well put together in terms of timings. And he was on top of it. He's like, you got to give this to me ahead of time. I can't do this last minute. I won't do hopscotch, stuff. So Tejas Trivedi, and as I had mentioned, Rula Amar, who was my stylist and my makeup artist. And also, I would say the other person who really, really helped me out a lot in terms of my, the whole concept and everything is a good friend of mine, Nagu. She actually provided the initial shoot that we did with the Kerala Sari round and everything. I had actually done it in her house. So a lot of people, there's a whole list of people that I can do.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice to hear that people are actually supporting to achieve somebody else's passion, This was your dream, and somebody, your friends and the other people in the community were like helping you achieve that dream. That's so nice.
Seriously, absolutely. Yeah. Very grateful and very thankful to all of them.
Yeah. So Lalitha, as you said, you have participated in a lot of other beauty pageants and other stuff. And what did you learn new during this Mayookham journey? Did you get a chance to learn anything new?
Absolutely, Shami. I mean, everything that I learned was new because it was all virtual. It was a new world. I mean, it made us realize that we don't need to actually be in person to show our talents, to show our beauty, to show our brains, and that technology can be your best buddy if you utilize it right.
Yes.
Many of the aspects of technology I learned at that point because, right from setting your camera to setting the lights, and each time putting on the right angle of your face when you are picturizing yourself, because there are specific angles, each person, when their profiling is done, there are certain angles that they bring in the camera. I'm sure directors and producers, the directors are probably the best ones to tell you, or the cinematographer was the best ones to tell us. But that in itself took me some time to learn, because I wanted to always give the best angles in the videos, right? And there could be somebody or some places where you could probably not have the right angles of you, and you would have thought like, oh my God, this is not what I wanted of, that particular segment. So yes, it was a big learning experience. First and foremost, getting used to the virtual world, and always being on your toes in terms of presenting yourself in front of the camera, not having that jitter and that fear of kind of having a lot of ahs and ums, and being very having that clarity in your speech, being able to project your volume, because again, it's, not with mics or anything, it's just supporting you with what you're doing. technology. And yeah, of course, the whole 1 year that it took, it taught me a lot of patience. So I feel thanks to Mayookham and thanks to FOMA, you have made me a more resilient, a more patient woman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lalitha. That was very nice talking to you, and thank you for sharing all your experiences and all the valuable advices. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Shami. Once again, I would like to thank FOMA for this phenomenal opportunity. I think I've said that again and again, that this particular pageant competition is, needless to say, something that really needs to be propagated to more. And if more people can follow this model, I think it was very well put, where brain and beauty was so well kind of tied up. And, it certainly took us to a good way of developing ourselves and challenging ourselves to get out of our comfort zone and give it our best. So thank you very much to FOMA. Thank you very much, Shami, for this great opportunity and reminiscing the beautiful memories of Mayookham Queen.
Thank you.
Namaskaram.
ഇന്നത്തെ സെഗ്മെന്റ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറം അടുത്ത വർഷം മയൂഖം 2021 പോലത്തെ ഒരു പാജന്റ് വീണ്ടും കൊണ്ടുവരും എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം. ഫോമ വിമൻസ് ഫോറത്തിന്റെ എല്ലാ ഭാരവാഹികളെ ഞാൻ ഈ നിമിഷം കൺഗ്രാറ്റുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാണ്. അവരുടെ ഒരു ഹാർഡ് വർക്കിന്റെ ഫലമായിട്ടാണ് ഇതുപോലൊരു പാജന്റ് എക്സ്ക്ലൂസീവ്ലി ഓൺലൈനായിട്ട് ഇത്രയും സക്സസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ അവർക്ക് പറ്റിയത്. ആൻഡ് ഐ വിഷ് ദം ഓൾ ദ വെരി ബെസ്റ്റ് ടു. ആൻഡ് വീണ്ടും ഒരു നല്ലൊരു സെഗ്മെന്റുമായി നിങ്ങളുടെ മുന്നിൽ വരുന്നത് വരെ എലിസ്റ്റ മീഡിയയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഷാമി ഫ്രം ബോസ്റ്റൺ. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.